Excuse me! Can I have your attention, please? Tonight, we have for you entertainment of the most marvelous of sorts. That's right, back from the dungeon, the King's Jester will give you the performance of a lifetime. It's true. So, without further ado, everyone, welcome to the show.
Around me that I can't see, you know. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. My whole life around me that I can't see. People always thought I was stupid, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. I'm smart as they come, so just be careful what you're trying to pull. Being sneaky, trying to out-treat me, you must think I'm a fool. I'm the Grandmaster, the rocket scientist from Lancaster, dumping humongous buckets of flavor on you bland bastards. I eat rappers and crap souls, the ghost of the collapsed old shack where the black pumpkin patch grows. I scratched holes in the coffin that they latched closed, dug up through the ground, broke the surface and my ass rose. Now I stand with the staff in my hand, a broken man looking out over the land from which I was banned. But I return in disguise to blend amongst the people, menacing, seeking vengeance against any presumptive evil demon spawn. Sneak in your room at the gleam of dawn, wake you up, stab you in the face before you even yawn. And this is how I envisioned it all along. Just give me the heads of those who imprisoned me, I'll be gone. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. I used to entertain people in such innocent ways. Now I juggle 4-foot ninja blades and pillars grenades, drinking kerosene and breathing flames. I sneeze at people and casually say excuse me while they scream in pain. You get indicted for corporate stock extortions, I get indicted for unlawfully breathing life into rotten corpses. In cemeteries in the blackest darkness, I start to track the park behind the maintenance shack, dig up and snatch a carcass and drag them back to the lair. You know what happens there, surgical staples and dry blood stained mattress tears, replacing fingers with claws, stuffing faces with stars and implanting flesh eating jars bigger than that of bears. That means my army of zombies is on its way to you all. The militia assault for the likes of which you can't prepare. Contraire, to be chasing you as you run scared. Hop in your closet, light a match and there's one there. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave. Demons around me that I can't see. Lay down on my knees, but they won't leave.
Welcome to the greatest asylum. Welcome to the greatest show. Welcome to the coldest, darkest hole. Watch the dancing Joker cry. Watch the teardrops on his eyes dry for all eternity. And so welcome to the
one genuine article surrounded by a crock of facades. So with the final bow, y'all don't even gotta applaud, cause I can give a damn about claps. I get those by pushing people into empty pools full of cocked mouse traps. All along I've been waiting and waiting, the violence and wrath that my chains were negating, dreaming of times and dreaming of places when I can set you up and scream in the faces. Scream in your faces. Scream in your faces.
a little love to keep me warm. Keep me warm. Sweet grass on my dash, a little tobacco in my lungs. 17 miles up ahead on a midnight casino run. Here they come. Here they come. There you are.
When we joined the Covenant, we took an oath.
According to our station, all without exception.
On the blood of our fathers, on the blood of our sons, we swore to uphold the Covenant.
Even to our dying breath.
Those who would break this oath are heretics, worthy of neither pity nor mercy. Even now, they use our Lord's creations to broadcast their lies.
We shall grind them into dust.
And continue our march to glorious salvation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Doohan, you saved my ass.
Not yet.
Huh?
Most of the heat-resistant tiles have peeled off. The temperature's rising.
The landing wheels aren't retracting.
Yeah? And the number 2 nozzle won't work either.
What? Are you for real? We can't live without them. I knew I should
Whatever
have
happens,
I'm only 18.
happens.
Hey, buddy, I warmed it up for you.
Yep, yep. What's up, people? Another impromptu show, I guess. I said I was gonna take today off, but when I had some free time to spare, so I said, why not? Shout out to Urban Lounge in the building, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. I wasn't really expecting. I don't really know who I was expecting to show up today. It's a low key show, nothing to really go off about. But I appreciate that you're here, bro. Thank you for pulling up. I usually come live for my production. I prefer it using rather than StreamYard because it's cheaper creative, but StreamYard is pre-programmed. I feel you on that. I should have the topics ready for I think either Friday. Hopefully this weekend I'm busy. I should be scouting for guests, but I think I gotta learn how to tackle topics by myself too, though. Because you never know who's gonna show up or who wants to, or the topic at all. Is it any type of way of interesting to whoever I shoot it to? But I think I should have that done by Friday, Saturday. Because I want Saturday and Sunday busy. Friday, I'm going to be doing some groundwork for them, more or less. What's up with y'all, though? How y'all doing? I got to get more intros work done. I have so few. And I have another one, but that's only when I have that show playing. Like I'll announce it on the community wall and the title of the live and all that. But I gotta work on another one for it actually. Yeah. Man, these intros take forever to make because I'm never really happy with them. No matter how good they are, my perpetual pursuit for perfection never allows me to enjoy my work. I said this yesterday, but it's very true. That's wrong. What I want to do with these topics, though, because I could just have it in the title and just talk around it, or just simply talk about it. But I'm trying to be very careful and strategic about my words and how I choose to use them, because I'm not trying to be, what's the word, asshole-ish, like a dick, but I'm not trying to be naive about it either, and I gotta be stern about my stances on it, because I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm not trying to more or less ruffle feathers, but I'm also not trying to walk on eggshells about it. Hey, Cynical One, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. And I gotta be careful with the people who I add on to it, because I don't want to have people who are just gonna agree with me, though. I want to have a full dialogue conversation about it, because I don't mind being corrected on stuff. I don't mind being pushed back on when I'm saying something like why they have the stance that they have, and this, that, and the other. Because when you have yes men around you, you ain't learning nothing. They're not helping you. They're actually more of a detriment to growth than they are to. They're more or less trying to keep you stagnant, via directly or indirectly. That's what their whole purpose is. I'm doing good. I'm all right. I'm breathing. I'm alive. No complaints, honestly. That's very true. People want they want their group to just blindly go with them. And that's very bad because if you want to grow, getting pushed back on your own stance, it actually challenges you on whether or not do you actually believe in that, or do you. It makes you question yourself too. It's okay. I got told I'm wrong about this. What am I wrong about? You could talk to somebody who could maybe even, because you don't know how much that person knows about it or what you're talking about. And I also can't sugarcoat facts though when things are just very prevalent and just there. Yeah, me neither. I prefer it honestly. Yeah, exactly. That's how I view it too. But another thing that I noticed too is if when somebody has their questions, their belief questioned, they end up getting mad, and it's very weird because it doesn't make any sense logically. Because if all I'm asking is why, and you get mad at me, that just tells me that you're you're sugarcoating it and you're using that as a front to not say that you don't know why. Yeah, I agree. But I like to think that people are more adult than that nowadays. I hope so. I'm not holding them to a standard at all, but I like to think at the back of my mind that. But I guess we'll see. But anywho, that's another topic for another day. How's the weather where you guys are at right now? They say it's fall, but they also warn a triple digit week. So I'm like, whatever. To me, fall is gray clouds and orange trees. Everything's so green and hot as hell. That's what I heard. Ask some folks over there. I got to be more interactive with myself, though. I got to start doing the whole scheduling shows and posting on the wall. I've actually been way more smart about this. I'm only going to like a few people's channels that I'm showing love, and like I'll pull up here and there. But ultimately, I've been working on my own growth heavy. 'Cause I'm a lone wolf. I'm the only one who can promote and push me. So if I ain't doing it, my own materials just rusting off, rotting away. I don't, I'm in no complaint about that either. I'm not feel like I'm owed anything in any capacity whatsoever. I enjoy helping folks build their stuff up, even if it like surpasses me, like in every way. Hell yeah, that makes me happy. But I'm the only one who always just promotes and pushes me. So it is what it is. I'm not really burdened by any of it. Yeah, that's what I really got to start doing. That. At least 2 or 3. Because before I was out promoting and helping everyone else's channel, bro. I'm in everybody else's comment sections, and I'm just like, bro, you're not doing anything on yours though. You're not going live. You're not uploading anything. I was like, oh, I gotta take a break from some things. But anywho, I was hoping to go to the gym, but facts. Sometimes I'll watch other people's lives and an idea will come up like right in the middle of it, and I'll go leave and I'll go write it down. The ideas just come randomly because what I want to do is I don't want to address everything that everybody else is already talking. Find things that I don't see being talked about, or maybe some. If I do decide to cover something that's been covered already, I think I might be going in a different direction with it. I never really know until I really do it, but like all these mainstream topics, I'm not really trying to. And I understand as to why people do that because it generates the views, the likes, and all that stuff. I get it. I'm not in no way hating on it. But for some odd reason, I've always been the different one. And I either go in a different direction with it or address something else that I possibly feel might be getting overlooked about it. But I don't just want to cover something just for the sake of it, for the sake of having a life. Because there were times where I went through dry spells and I just let stuff just go by and I missed out on so many good live streams. I gathered guests and found good topics. And my dumb ass just didn't follow through. And I think I can get the guests back. I don't think it's anything to it. It's all a matter of me just being consistent at the end of the day. I get that. I do. And judging from what I've seen, I'm like the only guy who has the type of intros. Even just looking at the intro of the live, you can tell I'm a different guy. I'm not bragging or boasting anything about it. I think that's pretty much an upfront and apparent thing. Oh shoot, what's up, Xerax? How you doing? Not much, just chilling. I wasn't gonna go live, but I just said I had free time. Might as well. What you up to? Is it gonna be hella hot there today too? I got an excessive heat warning on my weather app. Damn, triple digits or what? Or in the 90s? This morning felt cold, though. I was assuming, man, y'all are lying, but I feel the heat coming in. Damn. I remember once when I went over there on that side, how I was, man, I had to be young, around 8 or 12. And that city was mad cold. That's crazy to me that your guys' city gets hot. 'Cause y'all are just like right there. I would assume being close to that water would always make y'all be cold all day, but that's weird. I guess it's only certain parts. Because we were around the Ripley's Believe It or Not area where that museum was, or I don't know if it's there or not. Had some bomb ass clam chowder. Oh, okay. I remember the first time I went there. Well, I think I went with family, obviously, but I don't remember who. I got introduced to some wild things. Like I didn't know two women could kiss. I was 8 years old when I found that out. I was sitting in my car. My parents went in a food place to get food that we can eat on the drive back home. They were parked right there, and they were just going to town. I was like, "Yo, I did not know this was possible." They looked at me and laughed and called me the perv, but I didn't make them kiss in public. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. Anywho, what you got going on today, Xerax? Man, this is so low. I can't hear a thing. Better. Oh, really? I might go to the gym right after this. I don't know if I'll be pulling up. They were the one right there by the car doing that. I was 8 years old, minding my own business in the back seat. Oh, man. Yeah, he did. was only there for a little bit of it though. I call like the back end of it. Nobody on the panel showed up, but it was me, Nino, and somebody else. There was enough people to go on the panel. All three of us could have. But by the time I got there, it was already like I was there for like 5-10 minutes, and then he cut it. Oh, who won the cash prize the other day when it was Nino, Fatty, and Alex on the panel? Did he ever announce a winner? No, huh? Yeah, that was weird. You would think people would pull up because money was a cash prize, but I'm not saying folks need the money, but I should be scouting right now. I'm looking for guests for my topic, but here I am, just wasting time. I'll do that later on today. I don't know yet. I don't know. Oh, for a stupid dumbass brain fart. For the topic, it's going to be, I don't know which one I'm going to do first. Either the single mothers one or the child support one. I think more than likely I'm going to do the single mom one. I'm going to bring the Gorilla Show back when I do the topics. Those are going to be the more serious shows. Or serious-esque. Ish. But I still got to make another intro for it. think I might do the child support. That could be the next like part B of it. But first it'll be just because what I want to do is have separate shows for like have one man, one woman, and then another one like a co-ed show. Yeah, these take for freaking ever. Not just forever, but it takes careful planning because you got to get who you feel comfortable inviting on about it, and then you gotta set a time as to when you're gonna do it. And then you gotta, if you're into intros, you gotta make intros for it. It's just, and hopefully the intros line up with it, but it's not really a mandate to. It's just because how I am about my stuff. I'm very strategic about it, and I want to start being more careful with it. That's just how I approach it. But what the single moms topic thing is, yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted. You gotta be stat strong with this. You gotta be head fast with it. I'm gonna first ask. That's the thing. I don't know who to invite on for it. I really don't know. If anything, I might even hold off on it until like another week or so. Oh yeah, that too. Yep. Yeah. For the woman's side, I think the woman's part is going to be way more harder to recruit for than on the men's side because I think I know who a few men to have on for it. It'll be basically whether or not if dating a single mother is either, what's the word? A positive, I guess I'll use, or a detriment to a man and his time and resources. I think my problem is I take on too much at a time. I got to start doing one thing at a time. And I think I can put all my energy into it. Yeah, a man without kids. On what does he gain and or lose getting with this single mom? I gotta find the right clips too. Damn. That's the thing that, yeah, it is, because I'm never really happy. I could have something 100% perfectly done, down to the T, and I'll still find something wrong with it and want to perfect it. I don't know if it's fully on him or not, but there's a little tiny bit of truth to that. I think these are gonna get heated talks. It's YouTube still. How was it all on him? Exactly. Because you do know it does take two to tango, right? Go ahead, Tom. What up, bro? Yeah, but what does that mean, though? Like I'm saying, like we're gonna talk about whether or not it is either a positive or a detriment to him. Does he gain anything from it? Is he losing more than he's coming in with into the relationship? Raising a child that he didn't have no partake in. And then not only that, does she have a crazy ex that doesn't want nobody around the kid? What happened in the relationship for them to break up? And mind you, I also know this though. I'm not saying single mothers are monolithic, that all are the same. No, each story as to why what happened is different. Spouse possibly passed away, and there's other factors that. Appreciate that, bro. I'll let you know. I'll DM you on Instagram and we'll talk about it. Repost this. Bada boom bop. Where is it? Here it is. Follow me on there and we can figure something out.
What?
What are you talking about? Actually, that's very true. But the thing is, here's the thing that nobody talks about either. It's pretty much what's talked about. A lot of us pretty much know this. This is a bona fide fact, indisputable. Women control access to both relationships and sex. Any man's forcing his way past her no is called GRAPE, right? That's a bona fide, indisputable fact. So it's not always on him. He could like to want her. He could hopefully shoot game at her, but if she says no, then obviously there's nothing there. I was like, what the hell? Damn, YouTube notification. Just got the message. I was blessed with just enough to tolerate my own children. Others I'll pass, thank goodness. Others can / and I actually like chickens. Above my pay grade. Yeah, if you want, yeah, let me post a link. Completely forgot to. It's always the first thing I do. Let me go add it here. Go over here. Dumbass. Talking for muted up like a dummy. I was wondering why the hell y'all couldn't hear me. Honestly, truth be told, I've dated some before. They seem to be cool at first. I feel lazy as hell today. Links pinned, y'all, if whoever wants to come up. And I'm gonna try my hand at being a medium or neutral moderate. I might have some folks over from the black folk side of things, and I'll have some folks over on my folk side of things. I might mix it up. I think that's a good idea. If I were to possibly, oh shit, never mind. Gotta guess. Knock at the door. I got a call.
Who is it? Speak up, please.
What's up, Zax?
Hey, Gas Mask.
How you doing?
I like that.
That took forever. Believe it or not, that took forever to make.
Really?
Yeah, because I was never happy with any of the sound clips that I had for it. Eventually, I just and I found out after I upload all these clips that I gotta upload like 1 or 2 seconds of blank space for it to be seen on the whole clip because StreamYard cuts clips off like midway through.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't seem like much, but it's annoying uploading things.
Yeah, that's too much. That's why I don't have channels. Why I just, if I have something to say, I'll just hop on other people's channels, or talk my shit in the chat.
Yeah, this took forever getting used to though. I remember when I first held my own live. Oh my god, I was so nervous. I felt like an idiot talking to the camera by myself.
I think eventually you get used to it, right?
Yeah, you do. You just got to keep repeating it. And eventually, repeating it becomes like a second nature.
Mm. Okay, your question. You ask if it's beneficial to date a single mother, and the reason why
Yeah.
I said it depends all on the guy is because yeah, she and her child will be extracting resources from him, so he has to be sure on what he wants. Like, does he really want I feel like a lot of times people are short-sighted. They only think of like a year from now, and they don't really think about the long run. And I think people should be more intentional when it comes to dating. Like, if a guy knows, he has to ask himself, like, does he want his own, does he want kids of his own? Does he care about that? Um, and this is just I think that's one of the important questions that a man must ask himself. Because being a stepfather is a thankless job. Especially if she has, especially if her dad is in her or his dad is in their life also, and so he just has to ask himself, does he want to put himself through this? Now, say he finds, he ends up dating a single mom, right? And then, well, before even dating her, he should, find out, extract as much information from her, because I feel like single mothers, they owe, I feel like that's the least that they could do, is to give out information about themselves. Like, if the baby daddy in the life, is there child support, all that, all those little infos. And I feel like she should let him know, and then go from there. And I feel like the woman, she doesn't really have much of a say until afterwards. Like, say if he decides to go through all that, the motion, go through willing to accept the child as his and whatnot, then afterwards she will have more of a say. But to me, I feel like it just all depends on the guy whether or not it's going to be beneficial or not. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel you. I do. But
Like,
what I was
go ahead.
but what I was iterating to was the women, more or less in general, in terms of like access to both the relationships and sex itself. That's 100% in the woman's control, because if a man essentially bypasses her gate, more or less, right, her no, then that there's laws against that. He can go to jail for it, like, instantly. Even just being accused of it, but I'm not. That's a whole other. But I'm saying though, there's already stuff established that says when she says no, that's it. There's no questioning it. You just go off and walk off. That's what I was trying to get to, though. But I fully understand where you're getting at, though. I really do.
Okay, yeah, we're sort of talking. You're speaking more of like how there's always a timeline when it comes to dating and stuff, and you're speaking on the very beginning, and I'm speaking more like sort of in the middle. I just feel like although what you said is correct, like she, the woman controls the access to sex and relationship and all that. I feel like the questions that I don't know if I should say this, but a single mother is more, if she knows that you are the single guy is likes kids, that's willing to like help her out without like a fuss, you know that kind of stuff. If she sees a good father in her, in him, then that's an end, because no woman is
Okay,
going to date a guy that's not that doesn't seem like very father like, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
Although nowadays there are a lot of women, a lot of single mothers that are, you know I mean, I'm not even going to like the small minority, because I mean there are some mothers that like they don't really care much for the child. They care more about companionship, and so yeah, they'll date guys and not really vet them, and then it turns out like they're like they end up becoming like creeps, or end up grooming the child. But there's more and more cases of that. There's also more and more cases of the other way around too. So I don't know. This world just
Yeah. Hold up. I got another knock at the door.
okay.
Shout out to Lady the White Sox that's stopping by too. Let me find them and
Who is it? Speak up, please.
yo, Urban, what up, bro?
It's me, Mario. What's up with the gas mask?
Appreciate you stopping by, bro. I really do.
Oh yeah, salute. Salute to you. Your name is Zyrex, right?
Hello. Nice to
Salute,
meet you.
salute. Nice to meet you. But I'm here. I'm listening to the topic. I give you my perspective in a minute. Give me a second.
No, go ahead. I mean, I'm done. So
Okay, my bad. So I'm over here eating nachos and
oh,
listening.
sorry.
But yeah, I'm with Gas Mask on this for us, the whole topic about single mothers and about the whole concept about women control access to sex in the relationship, because that's true, because they do. Women absolutely do control access to the relationship. They control access to sex as well too. Now, if a man is a single man, I always encourage single men to never date single mothers, for the simple fact that it's a high risk that they have to take in order to do that, which is that they have to deal with the baby daddy, they have to deal with the behavior of the children, and those different things like that. But however, if you're trying to do what is called a blended family, then that's different. Like if you already have a child, then you're trying to get with a woman who have a child as well, then that's kind of different. That'd be more beneficial.
I feel that.
Oh, I definitely agree 100%. We're talking about first choices. Yes, if you're a single man, always go for single woman. I wouldn't even advise, a single man to date, a single mother. But then if say, you happen to fall in love or, want to date a single mother, then there's questions that a man should ask himself before he decides to really hop into that relationship. Because a lot of times single mothers, they're not really looking for like play things. They're looking to find, in a way, a sort of a replacement, a father to their child if say the child doesn't have a father. So yeah, a lot of times single mothers do want, they're searching for their next serious relationship, not so much as play, just like a boyfriend or whatever.
Well, in that situation, it's kind of 50-50, because I believe that single mothers are trying to find a replacement for the child's father, especially if they have a toxic relationship or a toxic co-parent relationship. So they're trying to find that dude to fulfill their role, But other women, they're like you're saying, they're not like that, where they just so happen to find a dude and the dude care about her, then they talk about it and she say, oh yeah, by the way, I got a kid, And so that dude make that choice to say, you know, all right, you got a kid. That's cool. I can deal with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, to me, I feel like a woman should never like hide the fact that like if she has a kid, I think she should let the man know up front, like on day one, before it gets, before feelings starts to, evolve. I don't think a woman should wait until like, a month or whatever and then be like, oh, just so I have a kid. No, I think a woman should, if she's gonna go out there and want to start dating, if she sees a guy that she should tell him, okay, just so you know, I have a kid, so that way, he could decide, okay, should I see if I like her or not? Then then go forward. But yeah, I don't think it's not fair for the man to find out like after a couple of days when he's already sort of liking her, because then a lot of times men they're like, oh yeah, I think I can handle it, and then they'll go into the relationship not realizing that they really didn't want to to get into a serious relationship. They just like her, not so much as the child. It's not that he has anything against the child, but it's just he was just like after her. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
Understandable. Now there are women out there that exercise the 90-day rule. Within the 90-day rule, they feel like to protect themselves and their children, they don't say nothing to the potential dude that that they're talking to. So how you feel about that? How you feel about the 90-day rule? Do you think that the 90-day rule is beneficial, or still they need to tell up front about their children and different things like that within the 90 days?
A woman doesn't really have. I think again, we're talking about like day one. Day one. I think she should disclose that I have kids. Just I'm a single mom. But then as in I don't think she should let him see the kids or anything like that. But I think she should at least let him know that she has kids, so that way he gets a chance to back out before he starts to develop feelings. Before she starts to develop feelings also. Now, when it comes to sleeping, I think that's I'm not about to tell anybody like how long to wait and stuff like that. But if it was like, say if it was me, if I was a single mother, yeah, I would make him wait a while. But then that's just me, because I have because of my culture and stuff like that. So but like so I can't really speak for for the women of today.
Okay, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I understand that concept. I interviewed different women, right? For different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different culture, and they say this to me all the time. They say that the reason why they do the 90-day rule is because once again they're trying to protect themselves, and they're also trying to protect their children. So within the 90-day rule, they don't display that at day one with potential dudes. They say that because it becomes what's the word I'm looking for? Where you end up doing it over and over again, repetitive. Yeah, it becomes repetitive.
Yeah.
Over and over again, doing that over and over again, telling this dude like, hey, I got a kid, hey, I got a kid, hey, I got a kid. And more than likely, that dude probably not going to accept that kid right off the bat, and so they end up becoming disencouraged, and so they resort to the 90-day rule, where they just don't say nothing until after 90 days.
No,
and
I
then
just
that's when they put it out after.
No, I don't care. I understand it's unfair to the women, but that's I mean, just we're adults, Yeah, I understand that your relationship didn't work with the previous, and I feel like yeah, you just have to own up to your to you just have to own up to the consequences of your your own actions. You're either divorced or a divorced woman with children, or a single mother, whatever whatever title. It's not fair to. I feel like it's not fair to do that to a man if he's single. Now, if he's if he has kids, then that's a different story, right? But if he's single, I feel like that's not fair at all, because again, when the more you spend time with a person, you develop feelings, and I feel like if you wait 90 days, that's 3 months. But if you talk on the phone with that person for 3 months, and then you tell him, oh, I have kids. Then I feel like that's cheating him out of the yeah, you're sort of cheating him, yeah, and and because let me see how to do this. Like you want the man to, fully, like if he's gonna date you, it's because he wants you. You don't want to cheat him out of that decision, if you get what I'm saying. Because if if he is sort of developing feelings to, towards the woman, then that's like, he's swayed already. He's already influenced by her, and I feel like that's not fair to the man. And this is just my opinion, though. This is just, my opinion. But I understand some women feel like, if they do that, yeah, they lose out on, on men. But I mean, the woman has to accept that because, again, it's not fair.
Yeah, I understand. I understand your perspective. Hey, let's consider this too. Let's consider that woman is just trying to get with the dude just to have sex with him, nothing more, nothing less. Do you think that it's still beneficial for her to tell that dude right off the bat, hey, I got a child, when her intentions is just to have sex with the dude and that's it?
Yeah, that is a little bit more tricky. A lot of times women, the one thing that I will agree, with the red pill talking point is that women really tend to, get one more emotional than men. That's the one thing that I sort of will agree that we do get attached, we get attached easier to the guy, when it comes to, sex than the man. And so although the woman her intentions may be to just, have a feeling and that's it, like, that most of the time it's not like that. Oh yeah, just a couple of times and then that's it. That person's gonna end up becoming like sort of a boot, not just one time but then 2 times and then a booty call. Then next feelings get involved again. So I'm not for, casual dating. I feel like if you're a single mother, just be very intentional because you have kids that you have to protect. You can't just be out there, and just playing around and stuff. Because you either you want to, date and find someone and settle down with, or you don't. And if you don't, then you just want to, have fun and have sex and stuff, fine. But just make sure you cut it off and make sure they don't come near. Make sure they don't develop feelings for you or anything like that too. So that's where I would draw the line. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, once again, I totally agree with what you said. Everything you talk about is from your own personal anecdotal experience, which is nothing wrong with that. My stance on this is the same way as your stance, that at the end of the day, I don't believe in, if you're trying to get with a person with the intentions of relationship and marriage, then you need to make your intentions clear right off the bat. But the only thing about that is that when we enter into these spaces, right, we can't just only consider our own personal anecdotal experiences, right? We also have to consider everyone else's experience as well too, where there are people out there that literally are doing what I'm telling you right now, where they have the 90-day rule, or they're just going out having casual sex, and that's all they want, nothing more and nothing less. So how will we be able to convey a point or rationalize what they're doing if we don't understand, the reason why they're doing it to begin with in the first place, to make a logical conclusion or explanation about it. But yeah, so that's why I was bringing up these particular scenarios, because that's how it is. When I enter into the dating market, right, I experienced these situations where one woman, she wanted to do the 90-day rule, and she did not tell me at all that she had a child until she actually started crying about me. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what she like, oh yeah, by the way, Urban, I got a child. I'm like, oh, okay. Why you didn't tell me that in the beginning? because I wanted to protect myself and I want to see if he was potential, and I also want to protect my child too. And I was like, oh, okay. Then I met other women out there where they had children as well too. They never said nothing about it, but they made their intentions known up front that all they wanted to do just have casual sex. So there's nothing more, nothing less.
I feel like I feel like that's like sort of a selfish way of looking. When a woman say, "Oh, I'm," the reason why I didn't tell you because I'm trying to protect, my kids. I feel like they're just protecting themselves because they don't want to get rejected. Because a lot of times, single men are not going to want to date single mothers. It's like you get the chance. You have to. He hasn't had the chance to experience, that life. So, like, you would be robbing him of that experience. And so, I feel like that's sort of an excuse. I'm very much for women, but even like there's certain things I feel like women do that I don't like that I will like speak out against. But then again, it's just my own personal opinion on it. If women are doing that, of course women are doing that, but I think they're just doing it again because they want to have somebody, and they're afraid that if they tell the guys up front that they have kids, then he wouldn't even be there. He would most likely walk away, because again, they just want to date one. They don't want. A lot of people don't want baggage, extra baggage, especially when they don't come with baggage. It wouldn't be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my point of view.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned about it being selfish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that protection is selfish and selfless at the same time?
I think so.
Yeah, because you selfless and selfish in a way. I feel like it's one of the same. It's an opposite side of a coin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So does based on your argument, right? I believe that it's okay for that woman to be selfish in order to protect not only herself but her child as well too. Well, would you agree with that?
Yes, but then to me, I feel like for it to not be considered selfish, both would have to be on the same playing field. This is a dating game. Dating game. You want to play fair in a way. You want to both to meet up on the same playing field. One should not have like the upper hand, and one should not have the lower hand. You get it? And so I feel like by you not revealing that information, you're putting him sort of at a disadvantage, and that would be selfish because you're doing that just to protect you because you're afraid that they're going to say no. Well, the guy, if you put yourself in the guy's, shoes, I'm sure he has fears too, but this is a dating game. It is what it is. You have a child. It's not. There's plenty of fishes. Just if this person says no, that's fine. Pick another one because ultimately what you want to do is to find a guy that loves children, that loves you and your kid. You don't want a guy that just accept the fact that you came with a kid. You don't want a guy that because then his heart is not 100% in it. He just accepted it because he loves you. That doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna love the kid, and that's not what you want. You want the guy to you want to give him the choice to want to come in to love you and the child for who you guys are, regardless of if there's baby daddy drama or ex-husband drama, whatever. You will be willing to put up with it because you were upfront with him in the very beginning. You gave him the choice, and he chose to come in on his own free will.
Gotcha. And that's a good point. I agree with you on that. Let's kind of take it to another perspective, okay? Because you just mentioned about him accepting the responsibility of becoming a stepdad. In other words, right? Let's consider this. Let's consider that the same woman, right? She is not being upfront about the situation between her and her co-parent, right? She tell the stepdad that, hey, our relationship is, it's pretty good for the most part, but you discover that she's not being upfront and honest with you. You're now discovering that she is using the man who's the stepdad as an excuse to try to make the baby daddy jealous. So how do you feel about that scenario? Do you think that's a fair situation, or do you think that's unfair? And do you think that that's a
It's always, of course, that's always
investment?
unfair because you're then using another human being. Like nobody likes to. Nobody wants to be used. Nobody likes the feeling of being used. So therefore, you should not use another person just for your own selfish need or selfish want. So yeah, that is, I don't think anybody would ever condone that because, no one would ever, they wouldn't be happy if, they found out that, the boyfriend or even the new husband, just got with her to get over an ex or whatever. No, if people this is what I mean by people need to be more intentional, need to be more upfront, especially if you already have kids from a previous relationship. And this is what I'm all about is optimizing, longevity. You want to find somebody that you could be with for the long run, because the dating market it's ruthless. It is. So, it takes a lot of time and energy to find that one. And so when you find that one, you want to make sure that he sticks and he stays through, the ups and downs, because you don't want to, have to go through that again, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and then now you have 2 kids or 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So, while you're still young, yeah, you want to be able to, play smarter, be smarter.
There are many women that are in other spaces, such as the feminism movement, such as the 4B movement as well too. They think opposite to what you're saying right now. Which I agree with everything that you're saying, but they don't. They believe that that dude should go ahead and deal with the circumstances that's been presented with him, and if he disagree with that, then they'll call him a simp, they'll call him a beta male, they'll call, what's the other word they use in these spaces? Oh, pookie, different things like that, and then they'll encourage other women to divest from these said men. So how do you feel about that? These spaces they're actually preaching that to other women, encouraging women to do that.
I mean, that's like very, very toxic in my opinion. Whenever people talk about toxic masculinity, because, I feel like if women are preaching to other women and saying that, a man's job is to, do this no matter what, it's like, oh, okay, if that's the case, then, then you have to be willing to do whatever the man said that, you're supposed to do then. I feel like in the relationship, it has to be a fair trade. If it's not a fair trade, then that's what causes conflict. And the reason why, relationship does not last, because it's, one side is not seeing it as a fair trade. So try to be as fair as possible. Women that are saying that men should do everything, while the woman, she makes her money for herself. Like, how's that fair? That is not fair. But then what's fair to me may not be fair to the other woman. So, it all depends on the woman and her situation. I do get it. I do hear a lot of stories, like women, like marrying men just so he could, because he has money and stuff. I'm not talking about like a lot of money, but then, gets paid, well enough to support the family and stuff. And then, it's like sort of a loveless relationship. Even that is, I feel like it's unfair. Like, where did it go wrong? What happened? Like, why are you doing this to this man? So like I think uh, I think a lot of times we don't really dive deep into, why a relationship doesn't work, why, there's a lot of, animosity between, the couple, what causes, what a man isn't doing that's causing her to not like him or to fall out of love or whatever, and, vice versa. I feel like, those are the conversations I feel like we should talk more about, not so much as the, surface level, the the stories that we hear, the simple stuff. I feel like it's talked about. It's so I'm so tired of those. I talk about those. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand what you said. I understand exactly what you said. I appreciate the feedback as well too. And this is actually a pretty good debate. You know what I'm saying? Let me switch it over like this, all right? And I'm still gonna be on top of it, all right? So in the Black YouTube spaces, right? A lot of the Black modern day women, they look at blended families similar to how they see Russell Wilson and Future, right? All of them say this. They said that they're looking for a Russell Wilson and not a Future, right? And so they love to compare and contrast Russell Wilson, and then they'll say things like this. They'll say that, yeah, girl, you need to get your Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson is taking care of a baby Future. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about that is when they say things like that, they put men like myself and other men out there into a certain bubble or a certain expectation that we have to be just like Russell Wilson. But we get pushback on that and say that Russell Wilson is actually being a simp and a beta male, due to Sierra and due to trying to take care of Future child and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we get them pushback on that is for the simple fact that once again they try to compare and contrast us, talking about this is what we need to do, and you need to find a dude that's going to do this. You know what I mean? So how do y'all feel about that? How you feel about that whole scenario about Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Future?
In my opinion, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jess.
I was gonna say I don't know enough about it to really speak on it per se. I've heard about stuff here and there, but I never actually dove deep into it to really provide a point. If what I've seen about it is true, it's more or less that those are essentially Future's kids, and he's just there and cleaning up Future's mess, more or less.
Yeah, that's the speculation that they said that Russell Wilson is there and pretty much fulfilling the role of being a father because Future is not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. And so the same type of women, they'll try to compare that and say, yeah, you need to find your Russell Wilson because he's sitting up here being the man that Future isn't, towards his children. But they don't understand the whole reality of that. The whole reality is that the reason why Future is barely with his children is because of Sierra. Because Sierra have limitations on him being with his children. And that's how the way it is with a lot of modern day women where if that man had did something to them to hurt them or put them into a hurtful space, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually, right, or all together, right, then they're gonna do their very best to try to protect not only themselves but their child and stuff by getting rid of the dude, regardless if the dude is there, regardless if he's paying child support or whatever, and then they create a narrative stated that Future is just this deadbeat daddy, or they'll do it to this men in general, saying he's a deadbeat daddy. In reality, he's really not. It's just that woman preventing access for him to be an actual father.
That's crazy. There's a lot of civilian level women like that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
The children are weaponized against the father. So I would only assume it's magnified times 10 when it's a higher tax bracket.
Absolutely. It is. And just like I say, these situations that happen, it's not just a ethnicity type thing like a black thing or a white thing. This is how this period, you know what I'm saying, in America where we have these situations on dealing with relationships. That's why I could go into, any spaces and it's all one and the same. We all dealing with the same type of problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me sort of say this. A lot of times, yeah, when women, say if like it didn't work out between me and my baby daddy, or whether it's my husband or whatever. Yeah, a lot of times when we when we see that he has moved on, yeah, we're gonna feel jealous and stuff. We feel hurt, and yeah, we're gonna sort of try to keep our kids, the kids away from him because we think that he must not care about us. That's why he went off and found a new girl. The number one reason why a mother would do that is because she's thinking that oh look, he has all the time in the world to find a new girlfriend, but he won't spend time with the kid, so he must not love the kid. And so that's why she keeps the kid away from him. But a lot of times, when we hear, there are a lot of stories. It doesn't matter the race, ethnicity. When a woman keeps a child away from the father, it's because she feels that he doesn't care enough. That he only wants to come and see the child on his own time. And the only way that I know that because it's his child, that he shouldn't he shouldn't have done that to begin with. He's gonna do it because she's a mom. She's gonna protect her kid. I'll say this, when I'm married, but then when after I had my firstborn, me and my husband got into a fight and stuff, and I got mad, and I was like, you know what, forget it, it's over. So I left the house and I took my daughter and moved in with my I was gonna move in with my family, my mom, at my mom's house. Well, of course, my husband, as soon as he got off work, he went straight to my mom's house, knocked on the door, said, I want to see my child. I was like, no, and I wouldn't let him in. And then he was like, if you're not going to let me in, I'm going to, I'll do whatever it takes to get my daughter. I'm not taking her from you. I want to spend time with my daughter. I work, 9 hours. I want to come home and spend time with, my family. And if you're mad at me, fine, but I want to spend time with my daughter. So either give it to me. And then, nighttime, if you don't want to come back home, then I'll give it back to you. And I'm going to do this every single day. And of course, I'm mad at him, so I wouldn't let him in until he kicked out the door. Yeah, he kicked down the door, and he apologized to my mom, and he didn't mean to do that, but then I was keeping the baby away from him. So yeah, he went, grabbed his daughter, and he did it. Yeah, he spent the whole day with with her, and then at nighttime he brought her back, went back home, and then ever since that that day, I never did it again. Because he proved me that it's not gonna work, because that means if I keep his child away from me, he's gonna keep busting the door every day, and I'm not about to have that. My mom's gonna get mad at me, and then where am I gonna go? And so that was when I was like, okay, yeah, he loves his kid. I can't. There's nothing that I could do to separate him from his his daughter. So yeah, I gave up after that, and I never did it again. And then, we got back together, had 2 more. We have 3 kids now. And we've been together for 13, almost 13 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, I'm here. I'll just finish eating my nachos and stuff, but I'm listening to you.
Yeah, but then, I think a woman, as long as, I think she just needs to feel that he cares about, he really cares about the child. I know she would probably want him to care, about her, but then if a relationship doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Maybe you didn't do something, you didn't do enough, on your end, or maybe he fell out of love with you, you don't like. That's why it's very important to vet, to make sure that he really loves you and he's in love with you, and I know that's it's easier said than done, but which is why you should never really rush into a relationship. And so, sometimes, you just have to, as they say, you pick your battles sometimes it's gonna, yeah, it may require you to do more for the relationship, and you're gonna have to just, yeah, do more because sometimes he's gonna end up doing more, and yeah, like the common goal should be, family, stick together, family, not, oh, you're not doing this for me, so you know what, forget it. I could find someone else who could do it for me. Yeah, you can't go into a relationship, with that kind of mindset, because then you're just gonna fail. You're gonna fail this, fail him, fail yourself, and fail your kids. And why would you want to do that? You don't want to do that to your kids. You brought your kids into this world. Make sure you are, at least you and him are grounded enough, and and try your best to work at it. Love love gets lost, but then love can always come back, and it just takes work, because it took work in the beginning for the two of you to fall in love. So yeah, it's just gonna take work again to get that love back.
I got a question. Well, why do we do this? Well, whenever we are in some type of domestic dispute between each other, man and woman, and we have children together, why do we change it into a personal possession? Meaning that, like you were saying earlier, my daughter, my this, my daughter, my son, different things like that. Why do we do that? Why do we instantly make our children an instant possession, as though it's the other parent that have nothing to do with correcting that child?
Well, I'm only going to speak for myself, but I'm just gonna assume that like most women, are gonna think like me. Most of the time, it's just you're just doing it to hurt him, because it all depends though. If we know that like the father and the child have like a strong connection, then yeah, we're definitely gonna use the kid, because it's gonna hurt him. We want it to hurt him as possible, which is really dumb, because you don't want to hurt him, because if you hurt him, then the relationship is gonna fail, because you went there. One thing you never want to do is go below the belt. I understand, like if he cheated on you, then that's like, then that has nothing to do with your child, and you shouldn't use your child into it. But most of the time when we're mad, we're just gonna say whatever that hurts the most. We're gonna do whatever that hurts the most. That's just how it is. As much as we want to be adult and to be, so-called logical and think things through, when we're mad, we're mad. Yeah.
But women typically do that though. They typically go below the belt, and from my experience, the reason why they do that is because they in a feelings at that moment. They're filled with emotions, and just like you say, they want to hurt that man because they felt like that man hurt them. So they'll go as below this belt as possible. They'll want to switch it over and say, this is my daughter, you can't see my son, knowing good and well that it was the dude who nut up in you to begin with in the first place to correct the child together, There'll be other situations where, they go below the belt, where it does be something random, then they end up bringing up something totally random of a conversation. Like we could be going to Chick-fil-A or somewhere to get a salad or a chicken sandwich or whatever, and I ask like, what type of Chick-fil-A sandwich you want? Oh, you should ask that B that you was with. Like, wait a minute, what? But I just noticed that women typically do that towards men, and the only type of men that would do that towards women is beta males.
I don't. I wouldn't know how to answer that, because I don't do that. I've always operated on the mindset that like if I'm gonna if I was to ever get mad at him and I want to say the most horrible things to hurt him or whatever, if I'm gonna say it, I better make sure that like if I was to say it to him, will I be able to look at him the next day? Will I be if I say the hurtful stuff, hurtful shit to him, will I be able to look at him and kiss him again and and love him again? If I don't think I can, then you better not say it. You just shut shut their mouth. Like we do need to learn how to control more of us, our emotions. Learn to hold back. Hold back your tongue, because what good is it if they're just gonna shout out the most hurtful hurtful insults in. Like, it's not gonna solve anything. It's gonna make things even worse. So yeah, I've always operated on, if I'm gonna like throw insult at him, then it's like the Hail Mary, as in, I'm saying it, but that's it, we're done. But if I know that I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna hug him again tomorrow. If I know that I'm gonna kiss him again tomorrow or whatever, if I know that I'm gonna, I still want to be with him, I still love with him, then yeah, I better not say, the most hurtful shit, because I have to be able to look at him. Yeah. I have to be, I just have to. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what a pick-me is?
Yes, I do.
So you do know that many of the women I'm talking about that's in these other spaces, they will call you a pick-me, right? Or some of them will say that you're a chameleon. So how you feel about that if you were to interact with these type of women?
They can call me all they want. No, I don't care. I'm married, and I'm a feminist at heart. So that would be I'm also a woman. Also women's rights and stuff like that. And so if they want to call me a pick-me, that's fine. I don't care. I'm coming from the position of just fairness.
Mm-hmm.
Just fairness.
Well,
I'm not on one side more than the other. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sort of on the woman's side, but then if the women aren't seeing that as I'm more on their side, then that's on them. I'm just trying to look at it from the middle. I want to be fair to both sides.
Okay. Wait a minute. You say you're a feminist, right?
Mm-hmm.
What type of feminist are you?
I know there's 1, 2, 3. I'm just for for the women, as in bigging the women up. Just her right to vote. I don't care if she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, or she wants to to work. Make sure she finds a man that that is compatible with her. That's complimentary for for her. I know people like to throw insults and say, "Oh, a beta male, she's like this." Like, who cares? Do whatever that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're too worried about what people think, then yeah, it's just not gonna work. Like, don't be easily influenced by the outside noise, because at the end of the day, the outside noise is not gonna warm you on the inside. The outside world is not gonna pay your bills. The outside world is not gonna, say I love you and mean it. It's your partner.
Gotcha.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, so you're more of a what I call a traditional feminist, where you believe in equality, but you also believe in the whole foundation of the nuclear family as well too.
Yes.
But there were modern day feminists. Now, modern day feminists don't believe in that. They're the ones who believe in like abortion rights, and all kind of weird stuff to try to move the goalposts.
Yeah, I'm for abortion. I'm for. Although I would not, me personally, I would not do it. I would not do it. But then I feel like government doesn't have a right to dictate whether or not people should have it or not. I feel like the woman, it's her body, it's her choice. So and that's why I do call myself a feminist, because, I believe the woman should have the right to, abort or not.
Yeah. See, my stance is different on that, though. I honestly believe that the government do need to have some type of control, just for the simple fact that they need to create boundaries. Because just like I say, the modern day woman out there, even though they have every right to do whatever it is they want to do with their body, I believe that they need to be mature in a sense to do what's right with their body. But it's women out there that don't do that. Case in point, it's women out there that'll go and sleep with men, and they'll let this man ejaculate in them and stuff, right, and create a baby, And then next thing you know, they either want to take a plan B or they want to have an abortion because they're the one who chose the situation to happen. Now, I'm not talking about the streams because I already know you might go to say, well, what about if it's dealing with grape and different things like that? I'm not talking about the streams. I'm just talking about a simple woman who goes out there and going around, sleeping around with dudes, don't hold that dude accountable for wearing protection because she want to feel how it feels, he want to feel how it feels, and they just do it together, right? And next thing you know, they do it. She either do a plan B or she'll just go and do an abortion because she feel like she got the right to do that. Now that right there, I believe that particular situation, I believe that the government need to regulate on that because they'll stop all that.
Yeah, I
Where
do
they can
believe
make more rational decisions.
right. I do believe, yeah, government should there should be restriction as in, like yeah, you should not have, an abortion past like a certain, like your third trimester unless, it's affecting your health and, and all that. But at the same time, I don't believe that women are, there's this talking point where women are using abortion as a child, as a birth control, and I refuse to believe that. Abortion is something that's very invasive. It's like a horrible procedure. Women, you get all these testimonies from women who have abortions. They come out like, not feeling good and not, feeling some sort of way. Like women, we understand that, removing a baby is a big thing. So we are not just, we're not using it as a form of birth control.
See, in that situation, I got to give you pushback on that because there are women out there that are literally using that as a form of birth control for real. I dated several women who did that, and see, everything that you said, that's logical for you to do. You know good and well as a woman, when you go through this procedure, it's going to do something to your body. It give you time to recover and different things like that. That's the logical part. But many other women that I dealt with and also that I have seen, right, they don't use logic. They use how the way they're feeling in that moment, their emotions. So they'll go through the whole process of this situation of getting an abortion, right? Then they'll let their body recover and do it all over again. It's no different from women who go and do the procedures for BBW surgeries. You know what I'm saying? They know, logically speaking, that it's going to do something to their body, but they don't care because they're in their feelings and their emotion. They just go ahead and do it anyway.
I don't know the numbers to it, so like I don't want to speak on it because I don't know. I just simply feel like knowing that getting an abortion takes a toll on the body. Like, why would you want to keep doing it? Using that as a form of birth control? It just makes no sense. And so, but then if you're saying, because you're out here in the dating market and you interact with women more, I'm just gonna have to sort of take your word for just in this conversation because like I just don't see like the average woman thinking that it's okay to keep doing this, to keep getting abortion.
Yep. They do. They do it. And that's to be fair in this conversation. I'm married right now too, but I used to be out there in the dating market, so I know how it is out there with the modern day women and how a lot of modern day women think. You know what I'm saying? That's some of the conversations I was having with them. If I was dating them or we was just being cool. They tell me these situations where they literally use abortion as a form of birth control. They don't care. They don't care about their body going through whatever, as long as they can get it done and get their body back up to where they need to go. They get right on out there and do it all over again. There are other women who are literally lie to do this stuff, right, and say that they're pregnant, but they're really not pregnant, but they're trying to get money off of them. Because I think the average cost for abortion is roughly about $500, unless that changed now. So they'll try to hustle that dude out of either $250 to $500 to pay for a procedure that never happened because she never was pregnant.
I've met some personally who've done that too.
That's just crazy to me. That's just
Just openly admitted it to me. I was like, I was silent because I was just so shocked because I didn't know what to say. 'Cause I just like stunned silent. I was like, they know because I've heard about it before that, but I was like, I don't know if it was real or not. But I met like
that's
3
real,
women.
bro.
So I met
All
3
this stuff be
women who
happening.
told me directly. I was like, what the hell? It's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
just crazy to me. I just, yeah.
So that's why, like, Zyrex, I understand your position or everything you're saying, and once again, I agree with you, and I do 100. But at the same time, I do want to encourage you to also look at the other possibility thereof, or look at the other arguments that are out there as well too. So you'll be informed about what's really going on out there. I have conversations, like especially on my shows, I have conversation with different people, different women, whenever they decide to come up on my panel, and they give me their anecdotal experience, but they never been out there to see what's really going on, and so I'll be educated on it and tell them, like, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's happening out there for real, this is how the way your sisterhood is thinking for real, and when I say sisterhood, I'm not talking about race, I'm talking about women, period.
Yeah.
This is how the way the sisterhood of women be thinking, especially the modern day women, that's how they think, and you have to be aware of that.
Yeah, I will. I certainly will look more into the abortion rate and stuff like that, and the reason. Yeah, they should give reasons. Yeah, the reason and stuff like that. I will. Thank you. I will look into it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, this hey Gasman, this is pretty good little debate, man. Shout out to Zara. She held her own for real.
Yeah, for real, you're doing a great job, Zarex. You really come out of the show. You really have.
Yeah,
I definitely enjoy talking to you.
Yeah, see, Gas Mask, he come on to my shows and hear my different perspectives about all these different topics, because I talk about a lot of topics. I talk about red pill, purple pill topic. I talk about manosphere topic. I talk about dating, relationship. Hell, I talk about religion, all kind of crazy stuff over there. But my topics normally be like really controversial. So, yeah.
That's good. I like controversial. I like pushback, and I like getting pushback. So, give us, like we need to challenge our, positions, our thoughts, and make sure, we're, getting the right kind of information and soaking in the right kind of information, and not just, just subscribe to, the people who has the same, thought as us. We shouldn't be in echo chamber. So, yeah.
I agree.
Can you, I want to subscribe to your channel, so, yes, can you, drop his link in the back chat so I can sub?
Yep.
Yeah. Drop the link in the back chat, Urban, if you don't mind. That way I can post it on the comments too.
Let me see if I can do this. Hold up. I got to pull up another screen real quick. Give me 1 second so I get to my channel. Yeah, y'all keep talking until I do it, though.
Another thing I wanted to touch on, because, I wanted to, but I didn't want to interrupt because it was so good. But a thing that I think women could benefit from is that when they were upfront, that part too, but how a lot of them don't do it because they're afraid of rejection. But I think that rejection part is good for them also, but because it'll weed out the guys that I guess that they're looking for, that they even if it's indirectly, even if the guy doesn't stay around and he says, you know what, I don't know if I have enough patience for that. I don't know if this is my cup of tea. Even if he does leave, I think him leaving is still a good mark. Not only just for him, but for her too, because she ends up, I guess, getting closer to finding the guy that she's looking for. That doesn't mind being the stepdad, or he might even secretly have kids of his own.
Exactly. That's why, like I said, it's I think it's far better, for the long run. If he's up and honest, upfront and honest at the very beginning. Like 90 days. That's a lot of time. People could fall in love. People fall in love like after the. I know a lot of people don't believe, love at first sight, but even people they said they fell in love at first sight. They fell in love, after the first date or whatever. And so yeah, I feel you just have to be upfront and honest. If if you're seeking for like a relationship, a real relationship who you want to settle down with. Yeah. But then isn't that the whole point of dating? Yeah, to find someone that you love, that you're in love with, that you like, and to settle down with, to have a family and grow old together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because there are men out here who wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, see, my position on that love at first sight thing is that I don't believe in that at all. Period. I believe we could be infatuated with each other at first sight, but I believe that love is not just a feeling, but it's also actually a choice. But you have to want to be with that person. But the only way you could do that is that you got to get to know that person like very well to make that determination.
Exactly, I agree. Also.
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
Oh, shoot, my phone is stuck down. All right, I'm sorry, guys. Urban, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. And so it was great talking to you. Urban.
Man, you're leaving.
Yeah. So,
it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely set you a channel, and I'll come by when the next time you go live. And of course, thank you too, guys.
See ya. Have a good one. You're always welcome.
Oh, no, thank you. All right, later, you too.
All right, see ya.
Yo, so Gas Mask, man.
Yes, sir.
So when you gonna want to put this show together?
I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of this weekend. I was thinking of doing a few topics, one after the other in the day, but I think I'm gonna do one a week. That way, I'm able to strategically and more or less be more sharp with it. Because I think my perpetual pursuit of perfection never really lets me enjoy or stay focused on one thing. I'm always tackling multiple things. I think from now on, I'm just going to address one thing at a time. That way, I'm sharp about it, and I'm just not all over the place with it.
I understand your point of view because I'm like that too, bro. I ain't lying. I am a perfectionist on YouTube. I be wanting my stuff to look as good as possible. But the one thing I can encourage you on is, first of all, being consistent, right? So if you say you're going to post once a week, then be consistent about that. At least post a minimum of once a week. No matter how you feel, just post. No matter if it's a quick 10-minute show or a whole hour panel or whatever the case may be, at least you do it at least once a week. Then another thing I can encourage you is that since you are a professional, right, it's good for you to go ahead and throw something out there. Go throw it out there. Then after when you do it, then you can want to tweak it out as you move. But you got to stay moving, because if you stop, then you're gonna start procrastinating. Because your professionalism is gonna make you procrastinate a lot, and that's what I had to deal with too.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem: procrastination.
Yeah. Then it goes to the point where you start worrying about the people that's watching your content and different things like that. So yeah, don't worry about that. Just do your thing once a week. It could be something as simple. It could be a short. It could be whatever. As long as you do it, bro, that's all that matters. You just stay consistent with that. And I'm telling you, it's going to build up your confidence. It's going to open up your mindset to be even more creative, because you're going to start having a passion for it.
Yeah. What I want to start doing. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was looking at B-Love. I'm about to laugh, right? They talk about on gas masks, or you going to ever cab up. I'm laughing at you.
I do sometimes. I have a few lives in me cammed up. But what I want to start doing was I don't want to target topics with men versus women type things. I said I wasn't going to, but there's just a lot. I think there's just a lot on the table. There's like a lot. There's so much of it that I think it would be kind of a crime to not do something with it. Not necessarily men versus women type stuff, but I think discussions and open dialogues with it are, I think, are good to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Which that's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to, as I say, find your lane or find your niche. Once you do that, man, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool for real. So.
On one of my earliest lives, beloved, you can see me. I'm cammed up for the whole show. It's episode 2 of the Gorilla Show. It's me and my buddy Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about relationship dynamics and all that stuff from old school and today.
Yep. Yeah, did for Beloved talking about me, Beloved haven't been over to my channel at all. Yeah, because I'm counting up all the time. And does that whenever we be having these panel discussions, I just don't. I cam up sometimes, you know what I'm saying, depending on the content creator. But other times when I know they're not cam up, then I just don't cam up.
Yeah, I feel you. This wasn't really much of a serious show. On the serious shows, that's when I came up. But this is more or less an impromptu show.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what to make of it, so I was like, Yes,
hey, to be honest with you, these impromptu shows be just as good as the ones that you plan out.
Yeah, because it's unpredictable. I have no idea where it's gonna go, and they're still throwing noodles to the wall and see which one sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, you just keep doing your thing, man. I come and pull up. Now on the weekend, like normally on the weekends, I'll be doing DJing and stuff. I'd literally be DJing like people weddings or whatever, or I'll be doing other type of work within the DJing stuff that I do. So if I'm not there, actually in the chat, more than likely I'll catch the replay.
Facts. Any bit of love, bro, it's always appreciated. I never expect anything from nobody, so whenever I do get shown love, it's always appreciated all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out here, man. Once again, I appreciate you inviting me up. I appreciate the love.
Yeah, bro, anytime.
Too, man. Yep. So pull up anytime. You know you're welcome in the lounge, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a good day, everybody. Y'all have a good day, everybody.
Man, that was a great show. I stayed quiet for most of it because the dialogue, seeing Zyrax break out of her shell was just dope to have. And it was on my show. I'm hella happy. Man, this is great. This is really cool. Yeah, man. I gotta. It's crazy that I held off going live for so long. Yeah, she was up here. She was talking and held her own. Really held her own. She's usually the nervous, quiet type. She was the most talkative one today. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. I wish I did. Let me look at the comments. I'm so behind on the comments. I'm the host. I'm not even looking at the comments. That's crazy. What's wrong with me? Yeah, she really is. She's very pragmatic and straight to the point, honestly. I really like that about her. She's one of the cool ones. She's really one of the cool ones. Yeah, she's one of the good ones, bro. For real. And I did not expect to see Urban here at all. It's always dope when the bigger guys show love to the little guys. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I didn't know what to make of today's show, honestly. It was supposed to be just a short show and more or less throwaway. But today it just felt. I'm glad I went live. I always get, believe it or not, I'm gonna out myself right now, but I not nervous. That's not the word I would use, but there's always like, should I? Yeah. I will, bro. Thank you. Think so? Okay. All these shows have been pretty much just smooth stuff. I know eventually I'll end up probably having a show where me and a person have a back and forth, but so far so good. Damn. Plus, I look a mess right now too, so I don't think you want to see me on camera anyway. What's over there? I'll see what's up. Damn. I know I should, but I don't know. I just never really I never really felt the want or need to. I remember I said that a long time ago. Crazy. But I don't know. I'll see. I've actually been cammed up on a few shows. I've cammed up on Nino's show. I've cammed up on T's show. I felt awkward as hell doing it, but I did it. Hold on, let me look for something. Yeah, I hear about that a lot. Damn. That's very true. Looking a little rough. What the hell? Oh. Oh. I'm never over there. That's good that she is, though. She entered the space at a very, very, very young age and can hold her own. That's worth being looked into. To the point that she has people who hate her. Cammy's not the type of person you would expect to have people hate her, but yeah, I'm proud of her though. I really am. Yes, sir. Alright, man. Y'all want it so bad? Fine. Happy. I look a little rough, I know, but this is me. All the mysticism and all that of me gone and dead. This is me, all of me, completely imperfected me. I hate being on camera, I really do. I don't like it. I'm not hiding per se, I'm just, I don't know. I know you're playing. I always do. I know. Damn, today was a great show though. Honestly, it was. I never know what to think when I'm going live, but I don't think I've ever done public speaking before. Like, in front of a podium and talking to others. I've never done that before. Not that I could remember. I probably have and just don't. I probably hated it. To the point I just blocked it out of my memory. I think I make a good one though. See, I can't remember if I did or not. I didn't graduate, so I didn't get that honor. But I think I might have won like awards here and there. And give like a thank you. But I think, to my recollection, the closest memory to that, that's the closest that I can remember. No, that's not weird at all. I used to do something like that too. But I would like make it hard on myself, and I would think to myself, if I was a wrestler and I had to cut a promo to sell the match or to sell a feud, how would I act? What would I say? Then I start making up a bunch of weird scenarios in my head. So that's pretty normal. I think what I did is pretty weird. But it's pretty typical when you're a wrestling fan, though. But anywho, yeah, that's me. In all my glory. I tried. I wanted to at first. A long time ago. Yeah, me and my brother used to do that too. We used to literally jump off ladders and all the tables and all that. It was crazy. Used to pick up and hit each other with everything. And I mean hit each other like a bar fight hit. Ain't no way me and my brother can do that now. We get in a real fight. For real. Damn. Yes, sir. $2K is done downloading. Let's go. I do that. You don't know with that. I'm mostly watching though. It's my brother playing and I'm just watching. I'm not as good at video games as I used to be. I used to be stellar at it, sharp as hell. Now I'm just turning it off at the slightest inconvenience for me. Or you could just, I don't know, hop on the panel. I think I'm pretty chill. I'm way more chill than I used to be. I'm very. I don't know what's the word. Like when I have guests, it's very rare that I have guests, but when I do, yo, you want a drink? Yo, you want a burger? You want a sandwich? You want a Never mind. I've actually sometimes I think to myself where I'm like, how I grew up and how I was when I was young, high school, middle school days. Or if I was looked at the wrong way, oh man. And then one day, this story still hits. There was one day, I was 16, and there was this guy. I'm waiting at the bus stop, me and him. He's sitting on the bench, and I'm like 5, 10 feet away behind, chilling at the tree. And one day, I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at him, and I see that he's looking at me, right? This says, I got my tongue. Fuck. Ow. I was chilling at the tree behind him. He was chilling at the bus stop. I see him looking at me. This is what I would assume is like a middle schooler. Like he's hella small. And wearing the uniform, and I'm chilling there, and at the time, during this time, I was in a lot of things that I should not have been in. Street stuff wise. And he's looking, what I think is looking at me, he's looking in my direction. And eventually I get up off what I'm sitting on, the little tree stump, and I walk up to him and I basically said, "What are you looking at?" In not so kind words though. My dumbass forgot there was a billboard behind me that shows the schedule for the next day and what we're doing at school. I felt so stupid. So stupid, and felt so bad. Because he was a Filipino immigrant and he didn't know much English. He ended up going to my school. And after that, I just had like a big, like, epiphany, or I don't know what the word is. Some sudden realization where I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I was like, this has gotten out of hand. I've lost control of it. And I was the type of guy that no matter how high and drunk I got, I was always in control of my facilities. My mental capacity was always checked. And I was sober for this. I was super sober for this. I was like, this is crazy, yo. Ain't no way. I look back at that timeline a lot, and I'm like, it's crazy how things just panned out there. Because there's no explanation for any of it. It's just complete chaos. Usually when things happen, you can look back at it and then you learn something from it. It's like, oh, I guess that's why that happened. I look back at a lot of things and I'm like, wait a minute. What was the whole point of that? Why did I get jumped? Why did I go up and take that dude's stuff? It was like just so. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to learn from. Not even life lessons. I was like, damn. I was just there wasting my own time. yeah, I'm excited, yo. I appreciate you all. Unless you want to keep going. Make some deal. I don't know, maybe it's I don't know. I appreciate you all stopping by. These impromptu shows are unpredictable and honestly fun stuff. Slightly bit nerve wracking at first. Not nervous, but like I'm literally asking myself, I don't know. Should I? Should I not? And we'll see. And it's turning out hell of a lot. What I ever expected to be. I appreciate all of the stuff like just left a comment real quick and all that. Those of yourself to hop up on the panel and Cyberback to wherever. Shout out to everybody in the comment section too. D, B Love, Ladies of My Top. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. And so many comments. Anton into Cyberback. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Literally everybody. Peace, love, and grab butts. See ya.